heavy. They also get more out of parry than any character in the whole game, and Ike is notoriously easy to parry, so that's how it be. DDD's a +1. It's not a +2 because Gordo's annoying, and online it's even. But offline, the ability to beat out Gordo with quick draw or with literally any of our aerials. I use quick draw because it's the easiest. It's super fast and you can do it on reaction. Like it's like a dash attack that comes out quickly off charge. So yeah, I think DDD's not a problem. We definitely beat DDD. It's just harder online. K-Rule, we definitely beat K-Rule, but it's also harder online. I think it's right there with DDD. And being a matchup where he has some tools that are good against us, but we can just outrange him and kill him more reliably. And we actually got better at edge guarding him this patch too, which is kind of a big deal. Next up is Kirby. This is like puff tier. We can edge guard this character so well. It's ridiculous. Alright. Next up was Lucina. Now this matchup is hard, and it's been hard, you know? I think Lucina's pretty even now. It used to be really hard. Like, we had to jump, but now that parrying got better, and she's not that hard to parry, being a pretty linear character. This matchup's hard. She has counters. She can call out jumps, but now that we have parry and up B as viable kill options, our ground game become a lot better. You know what I mean? And so, now that our ground game is better, we have more options against this character, especially with parry getting buffed. Oh yeah, Lucas. Speaking of Varn. Lucas neutral B, side B, and up B are like designed to Gimp Ike. I swear to God, they're like actually made to Gimp him. Like up B sends at like the Sakurai angle where it's like down and away and you just die. Ike has to like perfectly air dodge through Lucas's up B in order to get back to stage. It's all very frustrating. That said, we do win neutral. Lucas doesn't have the neutral tools to really get in on Ike. Ike has the giant disjoint. It helps a ton. So it's not an awful matchup, but we do lose it in my opinion. Mario. Mario's even, I believe. It's difficult. We have to be really careful when recovering because of Flood, but I so rarely get gimped by Flood, man. Like with quick draw being the way that it is, and not having to up B that often in a matchup because he doesn't really send us at a bad angle that often. Like Mario's usually sending you up and out, so you can almost always quick draw back to stage, like over his head or under him. Or yeah, I think it's even. Neutral's hard, but he's stubby, and he has trouble killing us unless he finds the cheese that he goes for it around like 30 or 40. So yeah, I would leave him at 0. Marth. Marth is Lucina, but slightly worse. Very slightly worse now. So I would put him in +0.5. It's not a bad matchup by any means. It's not a great matchup for us by any means. Marth has all the tools that Lucina has to Gimp us, but he finds raw kills just less often. This is the one that I'm like the most unsure about. Let's go back to relaxing music, by the way. This is one of the ones that I'm the most unsure about because new Marth hasn't been fully explored yet. If Marth is busted now, then we'll lose, but I don't know for sure. And I'm basically just going off of what I know from the patch, which is that this matchup got easier for us, at the very least based on that. Mega Man is tough. It's not a bodying, like we don't get absolutely our asses handed to us, but it's hard to recover against this character. It's hard to beat Leaf Shield in neutral. His aerials are really, really good anti-air. It probably got a little bit harder. It might be about the same, because we can get down tilts on Mega Man. We can get up Bs on Mega Man, so it's probably about the same as it was. But landing kills off raw nairs was really nice before, so I'm not sure anymore. We'll call it a -0.5, because he does sort of stuff us out, and it can be pretty difficult sometimes. Luigi. Luigi's a really annoying matchup, but we definitely win it. The question is it +1 or +0.5? And I'm not sure which. Yeah, so Luigi's +1. Don't get grabbed. Platform camp his ass. It's really hard, really annoying. It's difficult on Wi-Fi for sure, but I think we definitely win it. Zelda. We beat Zelda offline pretty well. Online, it's very difficult. I would say we're +0.5, maybe +1 on her, but we definitely win the matchup. It's even. Well, I don't have it as like a huge win, but I do think we slightly win. I think we lose offline. I mean online, but offline I think it's even. I'm misspeaking, but I think we slight win offline for sure. We just are able to react to her stuff better, and being able to react to Zelda stuff is always going to make it easier. Mewtwo. Yeah, I don't have it as like hard winning. I know Zelda has a lot of tools to destroy us when we get off stage, but neutral's pretty hard for Zelda, especially offline against Ike. And now that we're not as incentivized to jump anymore, your really good anti-airing is like not as good. It's still really good. Up tilt's still gonna be super solid for Zelda in this matchup. Anti-airing with fair and bear still is gonna be really good, but now that down tilt can lead to a kill, it's really good. All right, Mewtwo we definitely beat. The matchup's annoying, and Mewtwo has a lot of really good neutral tools against us, and not being able to shield against his side B is pretty troublesome. But he's just so light. He just dies hella early. And again, this is based on my knowledge of pre-patch Mewtwo. I haven't messed around against any good Mewtwo's now. I don't know if the buffs like affected him in a super huge way or anything. But based on the knowledge that I have, I think it goes in +1. He's just so light, dies so early. Up B is so good against Mewtwo now. He does have really good anti-air. He does have pretty good edge guarding, but I just don't see anything about Mewtwo that makes this matchup super difficult. I would definitely put it in +1. But, you know, I haven't played that many great Mewtwo's, so I could definitely be open to reforming that opinion. Min Min. I think we might lose to this character. I mean, already right now it's feeling difficult. She can gimp the crap out of us. She can anti-air us with jumps. You think she's mid-high tier? I think she's high tier. I think she's good. I think her up smash is insane. Her up smash is really good against Ike. We can't jump at her very much. I think that we destroy bad Min-Mins. Like Min-Mins who are just going to be throwing out moves without thinking. Trying to space us out in that way. Like we just jump over and punish her. But smart Min-Mins who use Ram well. Who use the laser to edge guard us well. Who edge guard us with Ram as well. I just don't see how we win this matchup. Again, I haven't played enough against the character to have like a strong opinion. Plus, I'm playing against everyone's week 1 Min-Min, and I don't know the counterplay yet fully. So it's a rudimentary placement, but for now, that's how I feel about it. Meta Knight. Meta Knight we beat because he's so stubby he can't get in. But it's not a horrible matchup. It's not Kirby tier. He has better movement options than Kirby. He has better combos. Well, he doesn't have better combos, but he has an easier time killing us than Kirby does. His airspeed's a little bit better, I think. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, I think Meta Knight has some decent anti-air tools that make it a little bit harder for us to completely body him. But we still definitely win this matchup. Okay, Puff actually is in her own trash tier. Yeah. Do you see it? You called it, Ryan. Do you agree with this? I think Puff is easier than Kirby. I think Kirby at least can do more to us once he gets in. Puff, like, has to get a double jump read and gimp us or find a rest, and it's just, like, not that threatening, man. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think we could lose to Kirby's. Kirby has an easier time gimping us. Kirby can get us off stage and then down air our Aether. Kirby's up B is an okay neutral tool against Ike. It's not great. It's pretty slow, but he at least has something with range. Yeah, Kirby has worse ways to get in. That's true. The increased aerial drift on Puff means that it might be a little bit better, but like, I don't know. Either way, we're just gonna wall them out. We're just gonna wall them out and make life hell for them. And personally, I've struggled more against Kirby's than Puff's, though I haven't struggled at all against either of them. But I just think that's true. You think we lose to Tink -1? Well, since you said that, I'll pull Tink out. I think Tink is even. It's not easy. Tink has really good frame data. People really underrate Tink because they see Young Link and regular Link, and they think, oh, this one must be worse. I don't even know that Toon Link is worse. Base Mage was asking in place of HBox saying, who is Ike's worst matchup? Oh, man. Who is Ike's worst matchup that's the easiest to play is either Palu or like, yeah, it's probably Palu. In terms of easiness to play versus being pretty good against Ike. I think Toon Link's pretty hard even. I'd rather fight a Toon Link than a Young Link. Game & Watch, the weird thing is, I don't think Game & Watch is a free matchup. We definitely win, and Game & Watch mates hate playing it, right? PT feels hard because of Ivy camping. PT is hard. It's very difficult. That doesn't mean that we lose really bad. You know? Like, you have to know so much in that matchup, and that makes it really difficult, because there are 3 characters. Like, you gotta know how to counterplay all 3 of them, and if you don't, you get rolled. Game & Watch. Okay, Game & Watch, I actually made a whole video on this. If you guys want to hit !YouTube, you can find it on my channel. So yeah, that video that comes up is my most recent one, but if you go like a couple videos back, I talked to the best Game & Watch in my region about the Game & Watch Ike matchup, and we made a whole video about it. So Game & Watch has okay ways to deal with Ike. They just can't do their usual game plan, and that's why it's so frustrating for them. They have to know a lot about this specific matchup to do okay against us. We definitely win the matchup, but it's not like Kirby or Puff tier. I mean, come on. The Game & Watch mains who say it is just don't know what they're doing against Ike. Like, that's honestly how I feel about it. Yeah, Game & Watch's main plan is shut down, but he can change his plan and do anti-airs with short hop nair and stuff a lot, and like he still has options. That's why it's not in +2 or +3. And yeah, if we're Game & Watch's worst matchup, then Game & Watch is definitely a top tier. Just saying. Ness. I think we beat Ness, but it's not free. Like, Ness mains also complain about this matchup a lot. It's definitely not free. He's really good at gimping us. PK Fire's super annoying. PK Thunder's a really good juggling tool. We outrange him though, and we kill him earlier, and Eruption destroys his up B. I might put this in +1, like lower +1 or 0.5. I'm not sure which. Probably +1. I think on the, yeah. Ness has trouble getting in. We can camp him out. As long as we keep our distance and be mindful of what his threat bubble is, basically, with short hop fair. We have the tools to box with Ness, or box out Ness, and just keep him from getting in on a switch. Then leads to a really easy ledge guard. When you learn how to edge guard Ness, this matchup becomes way easier. And it basically becomes make sure he's not able to double jump air dodge to stage every time, and then once you forced him to upbeat, eruption timing is actually super free. And that's how I deal with Ness. That's my game plan. Get him off stage in eruption. I agree with you, Raven King, except Lucas is a lot more difficult to edge guard. The tether makes it more difficult. That's also why I think Lucas is a losing matchup. Lucas's up B is better against Ike, and also he's a lot harder to edge guard, which is pretty significant. Pac-Man. Pac-Man's a weird one. I feel different about this matchup every time, depending on which Pac-Man I'm playing against. They all have their own different style, and Ike does differently against all of them. I think we probably slightly win, or maybe even. I think I'd probably put it in even. Yeah, I'm inclined to put it in even. We're definitely better off now that we don't have to jump all the time. Pac-Man having a notoriously good nair out of shield. Pac-Man's off stage is insane, but we did gain a few new ways to edge guard him, which are really nice, though he can just go low and usually just say, screw you, it doesn't matter. Bell is really annoying. But now we have fair, like, breaks hydrant more now. Down tilt can be used to find kills on the ledge. I don't think Pac-Man's much of a problem as I used to think, so I'm going to put him in even. Palu. Now, most Ikes think we lose hard to Palu, and I'm inclined to agree with them, but I don't think it's -2. And yes, I have Ken in -2. You don't have to agree with me, Ryan. Yeah, Raven King, you might not agree with this, but I really think this is true. I think I'd probably... Okay, I'll put Palu there too. Palu has a lot of really good tools against Ike, man. Up smash to catch quick draw, like, she can do it on reaction, and it's just so good. And if she does it with 2 frame spacing, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think she might be -2. Palu's really tough. I think it got easier, though. I think the matchup definitely got easier this patch. The fact that we can get more out of parry, massive against Palu. We get a reasonable number of up B out of shields against Palu because her nair is pretty unsafe and we can armor it. We can ledge trap her really well. Neutral B destroys them if they have to go low. I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. You want me to do ZSS? ZSS. I live with the ZSS, and I practice this matchup every day, and I think it's even. I think at worst we lose I think I'd probably put it in minus 0.5, actually. I think we very slightly lose this matchup. I really don't think it's bad. I'm inclined to put it in even. It got easier this patch. I'm going to put it in even. It got easier this patch. Like, our game plan against ZSS was never to nair her. Yeah, no, I don't think we win. I've never thought we'd win this matchup. That'd be crazy. Our game plan was never to nair ZSS. It's too hard. She has too good of an anti-air with Fair and with and with Zaire. Like, we can't be trying to land on her with Nair. And then she has the best up B out of shield in the game when it comes to landing close to her shield. If you land far away from her shield, she can Fair you out of shield, which is really fast. Back air you out of shield. Like, it's just Nair isn't the main game plan. I use Fair a lot. I'll do retreating Nairs to Fairs to space, retreating Nairs sometimes, back air to call out forward airs, up tilt to call out other approaches, shield a decent amount because her grab isn't very good. Make sure you mix up your tech options a lot, and then try to predict what she's gonna do and find back airs, and you'll kill her a lot earlier than she kills you. And as long as you don't get caught sleeping near the edge with an air, I really don't think it's that bad, man. I really think Ike does just fine in this matchup. I don't get why people say we lose it so hard. You want me to do Samus? Okay. Samus is even offline, and probably Samus favored online. Offline, we have really good tools in this matchup, but also, you know, charge shot's always a huge threat. Her grab is insanely good against us. Our air dodge kind of sucks, so a lot of her combos work really, really well on us. She's pretty good at edge guarding. Bombs are really good against our recovery, but at the same time, she's like, a lot of our combos work really well on Samus's. Yeah, ZSS movement is similar to Joker's. True. Maybe that's why I don't struggle with Joker, because I play as ZSS every single day. So yeah, Samus. All of our tools work really well on Samus, and all of Samus's tools work really well on us. In this matchup, you should be up tilting a lot whenever you think they're going to approach, and running up and grabbing a lot when you think they're going to like charge something or throw something at you, shielding a lot. You want to nair when you think they're going to shoot at you, you know, jump over and do stuff. It just becomes a giant like mix-up guessing game. Online, it's like completely a guessing game. Offline, there's a lot of reactions involved that you can't really do online, and that's why it gets worse online. So I hope that answers your question, Azel. Peach, we beat Peach. Y'all, this is one of my more controversial Ike opinions, but we win this matchup. We have the range to get around her. We kill her very early. We can edge guard her. I don't know, man. I just think we beat Peach. I think we have good neutral against her. Yes, she can edge guard us. Yes, it's not free by any means. We don't body Peach. But I think we very slightly beat Peach. I think we were even with her before the patch, and we win slightly now. Because up B out of shield's pretty good against Peach. And again, down to back air, very good against Peach. Offstage Fair can work pretty well, though she's pretty good at mixing. So yeah, very slight win on Peach is how I feel about that matchup. And a really good Peach will feel completely even, by the way. Because they just are so good. Like, Peach mains are just really good. Peach mains are really good at their character for the most part. So this character has like a really high skill ceiling, so maybe optimized Peach would probably beat Ike, but at the level that players are now, I think Ike has a slight advantage. Pichu. Man, I don't know how to feel about this freaking matchup. We probably win it slightly, because he dies at like negative 3% now to up B, or down tilt back air. We can still kill him pretty reliably with Nair up air too, but neutral against this character is really difficult. You end up just like holding shield a lot and trying not to get down throw thundered. But I think we slight win just because he is small. He does have trouble dealing with our disjoint. The character's frame data is still insane though. Just don't get caught in shield though, and you'll probably be okay. Pikachu. I think Pikachu is even. I think Pikachu's a slight loss. Our big disjoint is something Pikachu kind of struggles against. This matchup definitely got easier this patch, by the way, because Aether out of shield is actually very good against Pikachu, because he likes to do a lot of rising aerials on our shield, and if we can predict what side he's going to land on, we just kill him at 80. what you're saying about Pichu's self-damage becoming more taxing the longer it plays out, very true. So we just want to play defensive, create a threat bubble, don't let him in, and we can make Pichu's life pretty difficult. That said, Pichu has some amazing tools that can also blow us up if he does get in, so you got to play it very, very carefully. Pikachu also has those tools, but Pikachu's not going to be killing us as early as Pichu is without like an offstage read or something. So I don't know. I don't think we struggle too bad against Pikachu. It's still slight losing just because of how good this character is, but in terms of characters in the game, Ike struggles a lot less than most high tiers. Most high tiers get invalidated by this character. Olimar, we probably beat Olimar. I don't actually know. I've only played like 2 Olimars. One of them's in the chat, I think. But Olimar dies really early. It's kind of like the Pichu matchup, where he has the tools to absolutely explode us if he gets in. You think Alf beats Ike? Yeah, well, you're saying even or plus 1. I'm saying plus 0.5. So we're basically saying the same thing, you know? So yeah, I think we slight win. Our range and ability to kill him early is a big deal. Yeah, Olimar is like, there are like no Olimars in Georgia. It's crazy. There's like actually none. So the only Olimar experience I have is online. Pit. This matchup's weird now. We might lose to Pit now. I have no idea really, but I played 1 Pit on Elite Smash, and that's all I have to go off of. Pit feels way better now. Pit's anti-air is insane. Pit has really good combos. Up air kills. So I think we went from winning this matchup to it being even. I think we won this matchup slightly before the patch, and now with the arrows have always been really good against Ike, but now he just has more tools to deal with us, while our tools to deal with him are about the same. Nair got nerfed, and Nair was really good against Pit because we could just box him out with our better range and then find kills off of it. Now we have to rely on slightly more committal options, and as a result, Pit probably got a little harder this patch, and we'll go into even. Looks like Raven King agrees with me on that one. I'm just like passing over the Miis because I have no idea what to do with the Miis, man. Okay, we slightly beat Gunner. We slightly beat Sword Fighter. And we slightly beat Brawler. I think we actually slightly beat all 3. I don't think they're free, and there's too many loadouts for me to like really go into depth about these guys. But and I've also played so few of them, but I think we slightly beat all of them. You think we +1 Brawler? I don't know. Brawler has pretty good anti-air ability and really good frame data, but that would make sense. Yeah, we probably beat Sword Fighter pretty bad. He can kill us with neutral B up air or neutral B up B cheese or chakram cheese, but I don't know. Do I move it to +1? We'll move Sword Fighter to +1, but it's not a confident opinion. Gunner can be really annoying, but if we get in, they blow up. Oh, I disagree with you, PF. I think Rob's really difficult. I think Rob's a -1 matchup. Tornado's easy to play around. That's true. It's really just cheese. My opinion's colored by playing against online Mii Sword Fighters who just spam stuff that would be reactable. Rob's really difficult. Gyro and Laser are really good against Ike. All of his cheese works really good on us. We have a lot of trouble getting in. He is a big body who's really fun to combo, and the matchup's not that awful, but I do think we significantly lose this matchup. It's just like Diddy, where we have some tools, but it just feels like they're not working as hard as you are. And because you have to work so much harder to make it feel okay, I think it's definitely a losing matchup. Not a -2 like Palo or Ken, but a -1. I think we very slightly beat Ricker. Raven King might have some interesting thoughts on this one. I think you play against, what, T3 Dom a fair bit? Is it Dom? You think we don't beat Belmonts? I could see even. I could definitely be convinced of even. I was inclined to say we slightly beat them because their offstage sucks so much. Yeah, you play with Dom and Frosty. I've seen those matches. That's part of what made me think we slight win, but you might just be better. I'll put it in even for now. It makes sense in even. I used to think we beat them pretty hard, but then I have played and lost to some good Belmonts lately. Ridley is a weird one. I think we very slightly lose to Ridley, or at least we did before the patch. Now that we're less reliant on Nair, I'm inclined to move this to even. But Ridley's Nair controls space so well. We just cannot jump against Ridley's short hop Nair. And Ridley competes with our range while also being really difficult to edge guard. So I think it's even now because up B and down tilt are going to be pretty good in this matchup. Yeah, I think Ridley's even. It was very difficult before the patch though. I'm actually going to have it in like the bottom of even. But I think it got easier now that we can do things other than Nair him. Which is a big deal. Robin's probably even. I used to think I don't know. Actually, I'm probably just biased from having played this matchup online for 6 months. We probably win it. We probably beat Robin slightly. It's very difficult online though, man. Nothing's reactable. They can hit our shield with something that gives them a free grab or shield break. Like, ugh. I hate fighting Robin online. But offline, I think we slight win. They're just too slow. They're too slow and they have too much lag. So, once we get in, they blow up. And we can also eruption them really well. Since they have their up B, which does 2 little hits, which makes it pretty much the exact same timing every single time for eruption. Makes it really easy to get consistent on. Though I did throw a set by not hitting it the last time I played a Robin. So, oof. We beat Rosa pretty well. Mainly because we kill Luma super easy. If we F-tilt Rosa's full shield, Luma gets hit and dies. Roy. We definitely lose to Roy. It got easier this patch. Up B out of shield was already pretty good against Roy, because you can catch him mashing. Parrying, pretty good against Roy, though if you mess it up, you get exploded. We don't have to jump as much. So I think this was -2 and now it's -1. It got a little bit easier this patch. Just our tools that work well against him got better. We can edge guard him now, hella good. If he goes low, it's harder, but we have more options in this matchup now. Ryu, I almost think Ryu's just as bad from playing both Vendetta and Akechi. I think Ryu's like just as bad as Ken. I think it's really, really hard. And he has the same focus bullshit that Ken does. Him being slightly slower makes the neutral a little bit easier, but online at least, he can zone us out with his fireballs and force us to the corner. And then, is it Shakunetsu? His side B. I know it's not side B technically, but it just explodes us at ridiculous percents. So he can do that or Shoryu, and we just die. And we can't even SDI Shoryu for Ryu. So it's easier to box out Ryu, but his zoning tools make it kind of difficult. Terry, I think we beat Terry. I think we beat Terry before the patch, and we beat him even better now. I think it was plus 0.5 before the patch. I think it's plus 1. He's a lot like the Shotos in some ways, but his frame data is not as good. His recovery is significantly worse. Like, his recovery distance is good, but we have a really easy time eruptioning him. All of his recovery options have a lot of startup on them, which means eruption is extremely good at edge guarding him. Even if he does, like, the very low invincible up B, we can just true 2 frame it, and he dies to eruption. And if he does anything else, he dies to eruption as well on reaction. So because of that, he's not going to be living past 100 too much. We get absolutely. You do know eruption still body them? Yeah, we have options, man. We can down tilt if we got the timing right. We can run off fair. We can run off double jump, reverse aether. Like, we can go off back air. There's all sorts of stuff that we can do against Terry. And that's why it's one of my favorite matchups, because we get to go off stage, which is super fun. It's easier to call out a side B. Yeah. Plus, up B out of shield, pretty good against Terry, man. If they're fiending for go options, let them fiend for him and just up B him out of shield and kill them. I really don't mind Terry at all. Oh yeah, you can down air it. Yeah, I forgot. Down air. Down air through the stage, super good against Terry. Oh man, I need someone to come along and show me why people think Sheik is difficult. Because every Sheik I fight, I absolutely body. Like, I don't know, man. And I think it might have gotten even easier now, because she just explodes. Play Sharp. Yeah, I bet Sharp would show me a thing or two for sure. But I'm not on Sharp's level yet, so I don't even know how to take that. Every time I play a Sheik on my level, though, it's not even that close. I don't know. I'm waiting for that magical Sheik to come along and teach me that we hate this matchup, but it hasn't happened yet. I played the best Sheik in Georgia. I played like lots of Sheiks and just never had much issue. He thinks Sheik wins +2. That's crazy. I'd like to see why. Maybe he'll be in my mentions telling me how bad Sheik beats Ike. What do you think, Raven King? Do you think we struggle with Sheik? I can see why. Like, she has really good frame data. Needles are annoying. She can edgeguard us, but man, she just doesn't kill us, dude. I just don't see it. I'll put it in +1.5 for now, or +0.5 for now, because I just don't feel like I have the experience to call it a hard win. But I do think we slightly win. Just based on my experience. Yo, here's the controversial take now. I've thought we went even to slight win against Snake for a really long time. Now, we beat Snake. I think we actually beat Snake, guys. I think now that Uppy out of Shield and Fair have become ridiculously good, Snake just can't land, man. Snake can't land at all. And it's just like, I don't know, as long as we're patient and neutral and grab a lot, I don't see how we lose to this character. I don't see how this character is even. I don't know. I feel like I'm good at this matchup. I feel like as long as you don't go with the normal Ike Nair gameplay, and you can figure out Snake and do well. Should I move it to +0.5 so that all the Snake mains don't get on my ass? Alright, I'll do 0.5. I'll do 0.5. I'll get the Snake mains off my ass. It's probably true anyway. Sheik is very better offline. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. I hadn't really considered that. Shulk. We lose to Shulk. I used to think it was one of our worst matchups. Now I just think it's bad. A good Shulk that knows how to shield in the middle of our combos. I don't know. I mean, Shulk can shield in the middle of Aether and live. Shulk can shield in the middle of down tilt back air. Shulk can shield in the middle of Nair up B. He has tons of range to edgeguard us with. Speed art Shulk is just terrifying, man. It's so hard. Yeah, it's resource management, but it's really annoying. They have to use it smartly. Yeah, but like a smart Sheik it beats a smart Ike, in my opinion. Unless the Ike is much smarter. Sonic, I used to hate this matchup. My god, I used to hate this matchup. I think now we still lose it, but it's not awful. It's probably -0.5. We just camp, platform camp, try to guess what they're doing, and if we guess right, we win. If they guess right, they win. That's pretty much it. But they're really good at edge guarding us. Spring sends at a disgusting angle for Ike. Spin dash is really hard to deal with. Quick draw like ties with spin dash, which is okay. Sometimes it can be good to try to tie on purpose with it and then do something after to force them to react. Instead of you being the one always reacting. I don't know. It's not that bad. I used to hate it though. I used to absolutely despise it. But then I learned it better and now I think it's not that bad. We still lose though. We still definitely lose. It might actually be -1. But this is me being optimistic. Villager we beat. Villager we just have really good tools against. And once we get in, it's just really hard for them to do anything. We edge guard him super easily. We either down air or neutral B or fair, or like we just have a ton of options against this character off stage. Their neutral kind of sucks. The big note I would say in this matchup is don't approach tree and don't jump too much, and you'll be okay. Their grab is really bad. Pocket does almost nothing in this matchup except, movement mix-up. It's just like, I don't think Villager's very well equipped to deal with Ike. Ike is tall and so gets hit with short hop aerials from him a lot, but it's just really difficult for Villager to kill Ike and not that hard for Ike to kill Villager. Wario is a pretty annoying even matchup. If I were to put it anywhere but even, it would be in minus, not plus, because Waft is really annoying. Waft is insanely good. But I think we beat Waftless Wario, and then because Waft exists, it's even. Maybe actually -0.5. Waft is just that good. Waft is that polarizing of a move that if you don't hard beat Wario, it Waft makes up the gap. You think we beat Wario? Yeah. I mean, I think we definitely beat Waftless Wario, and I think it's even without Waft. I don't know. It's not one of my problem matchups. I'll definitely say that. It's never been one of my problem matchups, A lot of these used to be, and then I figured them out, but Wario never has been one that I've had trouble with. Yeah, I see even with Waft. I don't quite agree with that, but I can see where you're coming from. Wii Fit, I have no idea now. Wii Fit is a different character now, and she's scary. I'll put her in even just because I'm not sure, and I think we slightly won before the patch, but Wii Fit's scary now. I don't know if it's scary for Ike specifically. I've played very few Wii Fits. I played like one Wii Fit since the patch, and I lost, so who knows. It definitely got more difficult, I think, but I don't know if it's losing. I think it probably isn't losing. Wolf. I don't know why I see so many people saying we get bodied by Wolf. I think this matchup's like as dead even as matchups get. I think this is a dead center even matchup, and it's pretty fun too. Once you learn all of Wolf's cheese and like all of the traps that he goes for with like not having lag on a lot of moves that you'd think he would have lag on, I really just don't think it's that bad. So you're just going to grab Game & Watch and put him at the top of Mount Everest for easiest matchup. I am not going to do that. I put him in +1. Just because he's Game & Watch's worst matchup doesn't mean he's Ike's best matchup. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, I think Wolf is even. I don't think we win. Yeah, you say even or -1. I would leave it at even. This is not a tier list. This is a matchup chart. This would be a scary tier list, man. Imagine Ken being the best character in the game. Yo, what's up, Casual? Your boy Kirby's not doing too hot, my dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to be the one to break the news, but yeah. Your boy Kirby be struggling. Oh, is this the last one? Yo, we're basically done. Young Link. This matchup's hard. This matchup's so hard. I think we lose slightly. It's not like we don't get bodied, but it's really, really difficult, and you have to really be on your toes, man. Young Link has amazing projectiles. Young Link has like the best projectile game in the game, I would say. Samus is the only one who's even close to competing with him. You think it's dead even? I could see it, but I think we have to work really, really hard in this matchup to get in. And he has to work really, really hard in this matchup to kill us, but I think that their neutral is easier than ours in this matchup. We both kind of destroy each other in disadvantage, but again, his neutral is just easier. We kill him off fewer interactions, which I can understand why you would say it was even, but I think that it very slightly swings in Young Link's favor. So I'm going to put it in -0.5. Let's order it. I think Shotos are our hardest matchup. I'm going to stand by it. I know this looks insane to a lot of people, but I think the Shotos got a lot more difficult this patch. Our main way to kill them just got less consistent, and our new ways to kill them just don't work too well on him. Palu, still difficult, probably got a little bit easier this patch. Diddy, Rob, Roy, Shulk. I have no problem with this order. I think Diddy's probably the least problematic of these. Roy might be the hardest. I think this makes sense in terms of order. Rob's tough. Maybe he's not tougher than Roy. They're all about the same, so I don't really care what order these are in. Okay. Sonic is harder than anyone else in this tier, in my opinion. Bowser is getting closer and closer to even the more I play it. I struggle personally with Young Link a good bit. I think Pikachu's close to even. Min I don't know, so I'm just going to leave her there and not think too hard about it. Mega Man's pretty hard for me. PT's kind of close to even. I'll put it right here. Joker can go right here because it's on the harder side of even. Fox also on the harder side. Lucas on the harder side. So yeah, I'd rather fight a Joker than either of these characters though. So that's where Joker's going to go. Samus is pretty flat even to me in offline environments. Inkling is on the more difficult side of even, so I'm going to put it right there. Same with ZSS, same with Lucina, same with Mario, same with Greninja, same with Bayo. Falcon, probably a little bit more our favor on the even side. Chrom, I think also dead even. Like dead even. Probably a little easier than Wolf, but very slightly. Cloud, dead even. Falco, dead even. Link on the harder side of even. We'll put him here. Toon Link on the harder side of even. Actually, no, he's dead even as well. Pac-Man on the harder side of even. Pit, I don't know, he can stay. Richter can stay. Ridley on the harder side of even for me. Wii Fit, I don't know. Wario on the easier side. Yeah, this all makes sense. Sheik, I don't know. I put her in the more even part of +0.5 because I'm unsure. Robin's tough. But we win offline. Pichu, yeah, makes sense. Snake is the easiest 0.5. Zelda might be harder than these. I'd rather fight a Snake than a Zelda, man. The rest of these all make sense to me. I don't think they need to move too much. I don't really care about the order. Yoshi's probably easier than this. I don't struggle too much with Duck Hunt. Wait, I said easier, that means this way. I don't struggle too much with Duck Hunt. Ness. Yeah, Ness is barely +1 in my opinion. Terry is a much easier +1 than a lot of these other +1s. Actually, no, he's like dead in the middle of +1. But he's easier than Ness in my opinion. Villager's not hard. Mewtwo's kind of difficult, but still +1. Rose is pretty easy, but has some tools. Up smash is really good. Luigi also easy, but has some tools. Meta Knight, I don't know. We'll leave him in the middle. DK is a very difficult. I think DK is actually only. His cheese works too well on us, man. His cheese works way too well on us. I think he's just +0.5. God, no, he's +1, right? He has to be. He has to be +1. Lucario is fairly easy. Lucario might be +2. I think Lucario's +2. I don't know why I had him at +1. Doc has some good neutral tools. I'll leave him in 1. K. Rool's not too hard. DDD's not too hard. Yeah, this all makes sense to me. Ices is the easiest one out of this whole tier. Followed by him. Yeah, this is perfect. And then I think Puff is Puff is easier than Kirby, just barely. Yeah, I guess that's it. Bye.